Thank you to tune in to RONYTV podcast, local news and international news. Let's begin. Donald Trump ordered the launch of an investigation into Joe Biden's entourage, whom he suspects of having conspired to cover up the former president's decline and usurp his power. The president entrusted the White House counsel with the mission to investigate within the limits of the law to determine whether certain individuals conspired to lie to the public about Biden's mental state and unconstitutionally exercise the prerogatives and responsibilities of the president. We continue. Senator Alex Padilla, who was tackled and handcuffed by federal agents from DHS during a press conference in Los Angeles. He attempted to ask a question during Secretary Noem's remarks, then federal agents intervened, pushed him to the ground, and handcuffed him, believing he might be a threat. Padilla was not formally arrested and was released shortly after. We continue in politics. The No Kings protest took place across the country from New York City to Atlanta to Los Angeles. The movement, which stands for 50 states, 50 protests, one movement, said the nationwide protests are aimed at calling attention to what they say are authoritarian actions of the Trump administration. Some notable people came to support. Let's hear a statement from actor and activist Marco Rubio.
Our democracy is in real trouble. We see a president who has made himself a king and dictator, and we don't see an opposition that's powerful enough to stand up against the trampling of our rights and the trampling of the Constitution that's happening every single day with executive orders, with the refusal to obey court orders, kidnapping of immigrants, people who are here legally, people who their children are being taken from them. We're disgusted and we're scared, and we know that the only way that to fight this now is for the people, is to come together. When a U.S. senator is tackled in a press conference representing his constituency with a question to the Homeland Security, who has invaded that state with a military presence, you know you're heading towards dictatorship. That's a turning point. You're only going to see more of that happen. This administration will continue to overreach, and this will be the response. We're not going away. We're not going to be quiet. We love each other, and we realize that we love this country so much that we're leaving our homes today in the rain to express our friendship and love for the people here who made this place.
President Trump's 79th birthday corresponds with the Army 250th anniversary, and who has long dreamed of holding such a display of America's military. A parade of this magnitude is unusual during times of peace and has stirred up controversy for what opponents view as a politicization of the nation's armed forces and a break from U.S. democratic norms. We continue. A Minnesota local elected official, Melissa Hortman, and her husband, John Hoffman, were killed, and another elected official, John and Yvette Hoffman, was wounded. The tragedy took place at the couple's home in Brooklyn Park, a northern suburb of Minneapolis. The shots were fired by a suspect dressed as a police officer. The suspect, Vance Luther Boelter, 57, who was still at the scene when police arrived, triggering a shootout before managing to escape. More news. The India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau has begun investigating the deadly Air India crash, one of the country's worst aviation accidents in decades, with assistance from the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board and British investigators. Authorities said the plane's black box was recovered from a rooftop at the crash site. The passenger in seat 11A on Air India Flight 171 was the only one to walk out of the burning rubble. The lone survivor of the London-bound flight that crashed into a medical college and burst into flames just after it departed from the airport in the northwestern Indian city of Ahmedabad, with 242 passengers and crew aboard. We continue. There's no doubt about it. The bromance between the two billionaires is over. Donald Trump and Elon Musk publicly tore into each other, accusing one of madness and the other of ingratitude. The American president assured on his Truth Social network that he had terminated Elon Musk's budget mission, claiming he had gone crazy because of a decision unfavorable to electric vehicles. Musk issued an apology, saying some posts went too far, deleting the Epstein file remark. We continue. In Israel, the opposition to Benjamin Netanyahu is organizing to overthrow him. The largest opposition party, Yesh Atid, centrist, submitted a motion to dissolve the Knesset, Israel's parliament. Opposition parties hope to take advantage of the political crisis within the governing coalition to force early elections. Benjamin Netanyahu has been weakened, while several ultra-Orthodox political and religious leaders have expressed their opposition to conscription, military service for ultra-Orthodox youth. In other news, crypto industry gains political influence. Coinbase has hired David Plouffe, former Obama campaign manager and key advisor to Kamala Harris, to its Global Advisory Council, signaling growing political clout within the crypto sector. Kanye West made a brief visit to Manhattan federal court on Friday to support Sean Diddy Combs in the fallen mogul's ongoing sex trafficking trial. West arrived at the courthouse dressed in a white denim jacket and sporting sunglasses shortly before 11:30 a.m. local time and spent about 40 minutes in the building. More news: Brian Wilson, co-founder and creative mastermind of the Beach Boys, has died. He passed away at the age of 82. Wilson had been living with a neurocognitive disorder akin to dementia since early 2024 and was under court-ordered conservatorship. Sly Stone, the legendary frontman and founder of Sly and the Family Stone, has died. He passed away in Los Angeles at the age of 82 after a prolonged battle with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and other health complications. Stay tuned with Dondon 604 editorial.
Thank you, people, to tune in to RONYTV podcast. I'm your host, Don 604. We're going to have a wonderful show. You already know that. So thank you again to land on my page, or for those of you who's watching me, listen to me with your smartphone, with your smart TV, your tablet. You know, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Like I said, if you don't like my source, if you don't like my news, the way I deliver the news, I report the news, get your own sauce. In the meantime, I would like to say special thanks to Padnet TV, the hub, and all the wonderful people working in that station. You know, if it was not for Padnet, you will never heard from me. No, don't say that. So I can't say that. So because of them, I'm able to be on Spectrum 32, Frontier 41. I'm able to be broadcasting different platforms. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I know you say, oh, why you want to go in conventional TV. But conventional TV still exists because you guys still buying your big screen 55-inch, 675-inch, 100-inch, you know. You're still buying that. So for you saying, hey, it's obsolete, no. Keep watching me and keep watching Padnet, you know. And if you want to be involved, if you want to be, involved in the broadcasting industry, the first step, enroll and get your membership. Then you will have access to a workshop. Speaking of workshop, I need to have access to the studio. I have to go enroll in that course as the studio course. So also, I would like to, invite you. Let's take a quick break and come back after these messages. Stay tuned on RONYTV podcast. Thank you. We back. In the meantime, people, thanks again to tune in. I like to act funny. You know that. Come on. You're not gonna hate me because I'm proud and I'm black. Please, don't forget that to be proud. If you're white, you gotta be proud too. If you Spanish, you gotta be proud. Be proud to be a human being. So let's get right to the shark teeth. Elon Musk and Donald Trump fighting, and it's public also. It's public, So they're saying the origin of the fight. It's began on May 25th. They said they criticized Trump on the tax spending. He said one big beautiful bill act, tax and spending initiative projecting to add significantly the federal deficit. They said Musk voiced concern over the bill fiscal irresponsibility leading to his departure from the White House, from Doge. You know what I'm saying? So they beefing, and he spent a lot of money. I don't want to say in that bitch, but he spent a lot of money, to make stuff happen. And the ingratitude or there's only one president. That's what I could say to you. There's only one president, so we got to accept the fact. Sometimes you think nobody's going to give you your chair. I know you were sitting down in the Oval Office, and they make pictures, said, hey, are you going to become a president? But I think he's branding his kids. You see the little kid, the little munchkin, you know what I'm saying? So he's branding him, so maybe they could be friends with Kai, Trump, yeah. So they're feeding, they're into hostility. It's so sad, your best friend could become your enemy. Your enemy could become your best friend. So they're saying why it's escalated. So they said the situation is intensified on June 25th. On June 5th, 25. You say a live show of Joe Rogan podcast. They say the exchange. The exchange disappointment. They say Musk criticism of his substantial spending bill, calling attention to a deeper rift. In response, Musk resumed his online activity by promoting the creation of a new major political party. At least, come on now. You see, I was saying we need another political party. So this is signaling a further deepening on the dispute. So they say also Musk further escalated the conflict by alleging that Trump is named in the Epstein file. Wow. Sacrilege. Epstein file. But he's dead, you know what I'm saying? So, wow. Implying that this is the reason for their lack of full public disclosure. Trump responded by sharing a post from attorney David showing stating that Epstein had no information to hurt President Trump, aiming to refute Musk's claim. Fighting at the White House. The battle for the White House. The battle for the White House. Two white men fighting for the battle of the White House. Yeah, they're fighting. So, to remember, we're not going to try to be, put fire with fire. We got to maybe, at least it's good. He's going to dissociate himself. So, but he said he's going to be a new political party. That's the best thing of that. So he had to spend money, $300 million he spent. So to be slapped by that bitch. I'm not saying the president, that bitch, that bitch is the circumstance, it's the attitude of the government. So, karma is a bitch. That's what it is. Let me take a quick break and digest that. Stay tuned. Yeah, so they're fighting. So he's saying, Mr. Musk saying he wants to create a new political party. And apparently, allegedly, they have a lot of support. They say there's around 80% of respondents. So they're favoring the idea of a new political party. But you invest $3 million and now it's the time to get a new party. Oh, I think it's Mr. Musk. In French, they say, "Y a anguille sur la roche." So the money you gave him, it was not genuine. You want something in return. And now you're crying because you didn't get that in return. Mr. Trump is a businessman. He's a shark businessman. So I don't think, who's your advisor who told you that dish the money and then he's going to give you everything? No, I don't think that guy who could buy him. I don't know who buy him, you know what I'm saying? It's so sad, but yeah. So we could listen to what they say. Let me take a quick break and give you the the audio. Okay, stay tuned. Yeah, I was looking for the audio. I didn't want you to waste your time too long. And other news, I will provide that to you. But it seems like it's only reports. We have to hear from those boatmen. But apparently, like he said, Donald Trump said he's going to cancel all the $20 billion contract, apparently, allegedly. And Elon Musk said, "Oh, I'm gonna redraw, the SpaceX, blah blah blah." So, yeah, these two men are fighting over. Can we see a petite stuff or big stuff? I think it's benign stuff and good vocabulary. It's benign stuff. We're gonna follow up with another news. So another news. So yeah, apparently, the fight impacting, economic impact. So they have repercussions. So they're saying Tesla valuation dropped by at least 140 billion. So also the ramification indicate that 71 of Republicans support President Trump over Musk and their ongoing dispute. So they just want to kiss ass, those people, those 71%. Yeah, I will do the same. You get a job, you get a president. Elon Musk was not elected. You was choosing because you had a little bit of money. So yeah, for sure, you know. But we're gonna try to de-escalation. So somebody have to be smart on both sides to de-escalate. So in the other news, so we know the DD file, the P Diddy file. So basically, P Diddy, what we know, the Jane Doe, apparently it's 50 girlfriend. You know, it's 50 girlfriends. So you know, so that's been in the 4th weeks, and he's in federal sex trafficking and racketeering. That's what is charged for. So the proceeding have featured graphic testimonies from former partner and associate alleging coercion, abuse, and manipulation. And the ex-girlfriend Jane Doe. So I was watching, one of my source. The Jane Doe is the one of P. Diddy, 50 Cent's, baby mama. So that's what it is, 50 Cent baby mama. So, and there was also something, I have to acknowledge you. The judge, Arun Subramanian, he reprimand Combs P. Diddy for his courtroom behavior. Apparently, he's doing interaction with the jury. They said at one point, the judge threatened to remove him from the courtroom if that conduct or that such conduct continue. So, those eyebrows and looking at the jury and said, hey, she's lying. That bitch is like, oh, that bitch is with me. You know what I'm saying? So, the defense, Combs has pled not guilty to all charge. His defense team argue that the relationship and act were consensual and has scrutinized the credibility of the witness. So it's really, 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 so a lot of media attention, a lot of fabulation, you know what I'm saying? We're discovering who's the man, who's the lady, who's the people, how much money they go to fly out, fly in, So we just have to be careful, you know what I'm saying? The lesson of that, whatever you hate P. Diddy, whatever you hate him, but I'm sure you dance to all his music. Me, just like that, out of the bat, free Diddy. Free Diddy. I would like him to free off of his bondage, all of his persecution. So, but we don't want to, be hypocrisy. So, if it's consensual, it's consensual. Both adults. I know we don't live in a church, we don't live in the Bible, but it's both adults doing their baby oil thing, you know what I'm saying? But if you drug people, you gotta pay. You gotta pay. I don't know if you love or you DD or the Driddler, you gotta pay. And this is what it is. So I'm not trying to tell you who I am. I'm for the justice. I'm a Libra, by the way. So yeah, if it was consensual and also, but you can't drug the people, you can't, manipulate them, you can't buy them, you can't, come on. It's hopefully, the truth will come out and the freak will get out. You know what I'm saying? This is so sad for that black man. He had a lot of achieving, a lot of stuff. And I guess it's the greed and it's all the power. And sometimes, let's see me, I have money like that. I'm asking the Holy Spirit to help me. So I can't, you don't want to see me at night to your party. I don't want to be that like that. I want to maybe small house, hiding far away, and eat a restaurant, hang out with my family. So, but, I don't know, because money took his head, power took his head, and he was thinking all his friend was with him, like people, because he was paying people. We got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? So it's so sad. It's like that. Like I said, free Diddy, free Sean Puffy Come, because I had a friend who used to work for him. We used to do beats back in the days, Back in the days, he apparently used to be the same, person, like workaholic, and really had a lot of, how could I say that? A lot of ethic, you know what I'm saying? The first to come in, the last to get out, So, but I don't know, if he's look at himself in the mirror and say, hey, but you see some videos, he smashes office, he's saying, oh, I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. So, I don't know, Diddy, I don't know, you crazy, but your mom also, I don't know, your mom should say, hey, I don't know, black people, we fucked up. I'm saying that we fucked up. Is it because we didn't have a lot of money, we didn't have access to abundance, and then when we have abundance, we trying to make people pay for all of fucking freak out. It's so sad, but hopefully he got free and he learned his lesson. The 50 million could not free you. That's what you have to understand. The 50 million could not free you. So imagine if you're not unknown. If you're unknown. So it's so sad. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back after these messages and stay tuned to RONYTV podcast. Yeah, like I said, if he's guilty, he's gotta pay, But it's consent. If two people consent, it's to adult. Okay, so the top news and local news. Wow, speaking of human trafficking, they say a 37-year-old Long Beach man has been arrested and charged with human trafficking after authority rescue a 15-year-old victim. The arrest was made by the Orange County Human Trafficking Task Force. Shout out to Orange County Human Trafficking Task Force. They say also child pornography charge a 22-year-old school aide in Long Beach who worked with disabled children has been charged with distributing child pornography. What's going on with people, man? What's going on? Wow. Okay, metro train crash, fatality. They say a second person died following a crash involving a metro train in Long Beach. Wow, that's on near 12th Street. Rest in peace. Be safe, people. Let me go ahead and take a quick pause because Long Beach is how could I say that? Savage. There's savage people in Long Beach. People, sorry, if you want to get involved into broadcast production, into TV production, into content creation, please, there is a platform. There is a studio who could help you. It's Padnet TV, the hub. They have wonderful, wonderful staff. Mike, Kyle, I forgot the other name, but they have tremendous resource to help you. Become a member, and if you want to be like me, you know, it's never too late. They're located in 117 West Victoria Street in Long Beach. So please, stop procrastinated. Do something with your life, you know, to continue.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.